Part 10, Rulers of Earth. There are numerous verses on rulers of earth. Who were rulers of earth? Hindus were rulers of earth. Isaiah 14:21, never again must they rise to conquer the world and cover the face of the earth with their cities. Hindus conquered world and built cities. Revelation 1:5, and the ruler of the kings of the earth. Psalm 2:10, you rulers of the world. Hindus, rulers of the world. Vespasian was determined to destroy Hindus who conquered the world. Never again must they rule. Proverbs 8:15, I help kings to govern and rulers to make good laws. Hindus, rulers of earth, enact laws. Only Hindus made laws. Psalm 2:2, the kings of the earth take their stand, and the rulers sit in council together against Jehovah and against his anointed. 24 Hindus rejected Vespasian and Domitian as God and Son of God in the Bible. Job 3:14, with kings and counselors of the earth who rebuilt ruins for themselves. Hindus built cities when nobody had a city. Romans 1:24-25. That is why God abandoned them in their inmost cravings to filthy practices of dishonoring their own bodies, because they exchanged God's truth for a lie and have worshipped and served the creature instead of the Creator, who is blessed forever. Pundits dishonor their own law, bodies, by giving up divine truth, knowledge, evidence for a lie, faith and belief. Romans 1:32. They know that what God's verdict is, that those who behave like this deserve to die, and yet they do it, and what is worse, encourage others to do the same. God's verdict, God's law, knowledge, evidence, yet they preach, believe, faith, and encourage others to believe. That is what the verse is saying there. Have Hindus fallen forever? No. This is from the Bible. Giving you an example of the Hindus, how they should behave and what they should do. Hindus were rulers of the world. Vespasian stated that never again will Hindus become rulers of the world. Romans 11:11. What I am saying is this. Was this stumbling to lead to their final downfall? Out of the question. On the contrary, their failure has brought salvation for Gentiles in order to stir them to envy. Hindus' fall saved pagans. Pagans are Catholics and Christians. Anyway, Hindus must try to excel by the law of knowledge. Let them teach faith and belief. Romans 11:12. And if their fall has proved a great gain to the world, and their loss has proved a great gain to Gentiles, how much greater a gain will come when all is restored to them? Pagans, Catholics, Christians benefited from fall of Hindus. Think how much more Bible will benefit Hindus if all others become believers and all knowledge is restored back to Hindus. Bible is a Hindu book. At time of writing, 24 Hindus never expected Roman Catholics and Christians to confiscate Bible. They rejected God's law of knowledge and follow law of belief and faith. Romans 11:32, for God has shut up all in disobedience, that he might show mercy to all. In Bible, Hindus trapped all followers to law of belief and faith. Hindus have made fools of Bible believers by hiding God's law of knowledge and presenting belief law as God's law. Romans 3:9. What then? Are we better? Not at all, for we have previously charged both Jews and Greeks that they are all under sin. Romans 3:22. Even the righteousness of God through the faith of Jesus Christ to all who believe, for there is no distinction. Jews, Catholics, Christians are under sin. Belief law. Belief law is sin. Galatians 3:23. But before faith came, we were guarded under law, being shut up unto the faith which was to be revealed. Before law of faith came, there was law of knowledge. John 3:34. For he whom God has sent speaks the words of God, for he gives the Spirit not by measure. Hindus spoke law of knowledge, not law of belief. Hindus of now have rejected law of knowledge and are copying law of belief from Christians. Remove law of faith and belief from Bible. All Abrahamic religions are dead. If pundits continue to teach law of faith and belief, death awaits Hindu religion. Get back to our ancestors' teachings of law of knowledge and science. Scriptures are science. A verse from the Bhagavad Gita here. Therefore, Arjuna slashed into pieces with the sword of knowledge and with the sword of knowledge. That is what we're talking about. This doubt in your heart, belief in your heart, born of ignorance, establish yourself in karma yoga in the shape of even-mindedness and stand up for the fight. Slash faith and belief law to pieces. This doubt of faith and belief with law of knowledge. Names of places, present time. At this time, the Chinese are renaming places in India. Where are our Hindu scholars? In particular, Pandits. Hindu scriptures are literal history. It was Hindus who created all names of places throughout the world. Let Pandits find Hindu names for all places in China from scriptures. Hindus named places in China before they could speak a language. Genesis 15:18 to 21. Now I'm presenting how to find names, what the Hindus have created in Europe. Okay? On that day, Jehovah made a covenant with Abraham, saying, to your seed I give this land. That is the name of the land. From the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates. The land of the Kenites, Kenizzites, Kadmonites, Hittites, Perizzites, Rephaim, Amorites, Canaanites, Girgashites, and Jebusites. These are 12 names of 12 countries created by Hindus. 2 names, Egypt and Euphrates, are retained today. We know that Amorites and Hittites refer to Rome and the Romans. It was from there cannibalism and incest spread to other lands. Can scholars find root names of all lands in Europe which were created by Hindus? The 12 names of lands stated in Genesis are 12 disciples of Jesus in New Testament. 12 disciples are 12 lands. Romans created name for Rome from a mythology, meaning no facts exist for their creation. Hindus identified Romans with names Amorites and Hittites, cannibals and incestophiles. Jews. More than 95% of Bible present Hindus as Jews. How and when did Jews appropriated names of Jews from Hindus? Bible states Jews, Romans, and Greeks accepted law of belief in 1st century for their scriptures, meaning that they had no scriptures before Bible. Origin of name Jews and Jewish scripture before 1st century are very questionable.